Okay, so here's the mercenary again, and because he has the audacity to offer me his services when they are useless to me, he has a fight on his hands. Alright, we have to bring that shield down as fast as possible. Oh, actually, not as fast as possible, because for some reason he's not using his, whatever this is. Looks like an iron weapon. Oh, because I paused. Ha! Alright, so now I'm using the leader as well to get rid of the Zoltan shield, and I hope that this will not hurt me. Oh, it's a double laser even. Nice, they went for the weapons again. Oh, let's power this, why don't we do that? With level 2 shields, they actually cannot hurt me. Nice. Okay, bringing down piloting. The Mantis will have a hard time repairing that before our next shot. And there comes the artillery this time around. I'm not taking your offer, man. I need some more scraps. Power my shields reliably. Nice. I love the artillery. Okay, let's bring down the shields because the Mantis is repairing that. Cool. 13 scraps. A drone part and 2 fuel. More than they offered. More than they offered. Excellent. Christy X says, yes, standalone Gwent also has refined mechanics and even, for example, spies work differently. Alright, alright. Sumat says, this ship looks like someone is flipping the bird. And I just don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what flipping the bird is. I don't know if you want to know, actually. Yeah, I found the spies pretty powerful in Gwent as well, Christy X. But also, I would love the game to still have them in some form, because they was an interesting mechanic. They were I think the only way to actually manipulate, I mean, aside from weather effects, these were a way to manipulate the other side of the board, right? And that's always interesting. Juan says middle finger, Jordy. Oh, that flipping the bird. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, okay. Do you have some kind of, there is you know, people that have like the muscles shortened in their neck and they always run around like this. And if you run around like this, then maybe you might have that impression. But if you have a normal muscle mass in your neck, I don't see it. I don't see it. Anyway, Juan needs a heal. Juan, why didn't you tell me? Let me heal you. Okay, everyone back to your stations. Is that being full again if I switch that? Yes, interesting. Okay, so on to the exits. What do we have here? Since I've picked up a refugee ship drifting through the system, doesn't appear to have detected you or else is trying to avoid notice. Hail them! Ah! Another Zoltan ship. So we have to work through these shields again, so let's do that. Let's see, can they get through? No, they can't. So we can just use the dual lasers and go for the win. Let's do that. Hello, SpongeBoss! Thank you for joining us. And Chris said earlier there were more cards in Gwent that could kill cards on the enemy side. Okay, okay. It's a long time ago when, since I last played Gwent. I have to admit. Actually, I am a slacker when it comes to Witcher games. It actually needed... I needed to show the whole first 2 games to you guys on GOG for me to play through them. I don't know, I don't have the discipline to play them to the end sometimes. The Zoltan ship breaks apart and you salvage what you can. 14 scraps, a drone part 3 fuel, possible double reward. Contact the refugee ship. Yay! More scraps, always nice. Always nice. And we keep our scraps together. Maybe we find an early store in the next sector, which will be, what a hard decision here, guys. Very difficult. I mean, we can't avoid the red. We can't avoid the red. But if we take this or this red here, we will be red free after that. So I still have a choice here in sector 3. And if this is harmless, we can avoid this choice. So it will be one red sector after that. So I'll go to the engine control. Wait, SpongeBoss, you said earlier FTL is back. I missed you so much, Patrick? Who is Patrick? I don't get the reference. You have to enlighten me. No, you guys all want to go to the abandoned. I would have actually gone to a sector 2 abandoned sector because they aren't that scary at the start. But the stuff that came after it, you know, the whole lower part of that galaxy didn't look as friendly as the upper part. So yeah. Ben White says the Twitch streams were legendary. Jolly, too bad it can never be seen again. Yeah, it was a great time, Ben Wild, it's true. Eagle Beakster says, for me, the Ultima streams were the most epic. Really, Eagle Beakster? Like 9 games in how many hours? 12? Oh god, I was so done after that. But it was a great time. And actually, the Ultima streams, you cannot cover any of these games in just 1 hour. It's just ridiculous. I just played into them for an hour and then went to the next one. It was crazy, but it was a great idea. Great stuff. I love doing it. And actually it was more than 9 because I made it to Ultima 9 and I started not with Ultima 1 but with Akalabeth, or what its name was. You know, the game that came before Ultima? I played that as well, because it was just released on GOG that time. My goodness. But the Ultima series had a really nice shift after the first trilogy. Because, you know, you can look at the Ultima series like being composed of 3 trilogies, and then like spin-offs like Ultima Underworld and 2 other games that are not really Ultima games, but in the same engines and stuff. And then you can look at it like the very traditional fantasy, like in Ultima 1 to 3, where there is, oh, bad wizard, and hero has to stop bad wizard. And then in 2 and 3, there are relatives of that wizard who wants revenge and all that. And then they made a really interesting transition into the second trilogy, where it was all about Lord British and the new religion and the new value system and virtue system. That was really interesting. It was not so much about going out there and slaying monsters and stuff. It was more about finding your inner true self and become a beacon and a paragon of that new religion. It was great. It was an interesting shift and another perspective on how to be a hero. I love that. But how did I slide into talking about Ultima again? Eagle Beakster! Eagle Beakster! Damn you! Ultima 6, was that the one with the mouse? With the mouse in your team? I remember enjoying that a lot, but the game in and of itself was pretty bad. It was pretty bad, I have to say. It was very fiddly in the inventory. It was very small, the inventory, and you only got small, very small, tiny icons, and you most of the time couldn't even tell. And then all the keys were you know, single items in your inventory, and you didn't know what they were for, and all that. Yeah, it was very. You had to fight the UI more than you had to fight the monsters in that game. Calabres World of Doom. There you go, Christy X. Thank you for the confirmation. SpongeBob says, Jolly, do you remember one of your last FTL stream like 2 weeks ago? I joined your crew as Sponge. Ah, Patrick! Of course. No, I don't. No, I don't get my own reference. SpongeBob, of course. Our Patrick starred, beloved companion and friend, best character ever. SpongeBob, I don't like it here. I want to go home. That was one of the best episodes ever, where they go to rock bottom. I love that episode. Anyway. Chris never heard of the Dunkle Dimension. I have it as well. Sounds interesting, Eagle. Thumat says playing Need for Speed Underground 2 while watching a Jordy Jones stream. Now that's live. Thumat! You are painting such a wonderful picture. Enjoy. Enjoy these moments and phases in your life. It's never, I'm guessing it's never becoming you are never entering a state more beautiful and where you have been more happier than this. That's my guess, Dumat. Chris, no. That's only when he's terrified, right? And I am not. I'm actually pretty relaxed, and I'm, you know, wasting time in chat. Actually, not wasting. I'm spending time with you while going through chat. But I'm still recording for YouTube, and I think half of this, what I have, half of the recording is, you know, answering stuff in chat. And I wager it's not that interesting for YouTube viewers because they can't see what you are saying. Although I'm always repeating it. But still, let's go on with the gameplay. So I've arrived in NG space. We are in the NG sector. Excellent. And there is that early store I was talking about. Let's see. It's only connected here. So we have to go there now or never. Alright, let's go there now. I still don't understand the signs on the door, SpongeBob. I don't like it here. I want to go home. The NG can do remarkable things with just a pile of scrap. The NG Hive at this beacon are selling equipment for just that. Oh, another drone control system. The game is really trying to tell me something. Crew teleporter, mind control, shield charge booster, scrap recovery arm. That might be an interesting idea here. Swarm missiles and firebomb. Both missile-based systems, and I already have a very good missile-based systems, by the way. The Lido does 2 damage. Does it? No, only 1 damage. Okay, forget what I just said. But it, you know, that was the Artemis I was thinking about. Okay, forget it. Scrap recovery arm, guys. The SRA. Do I want to make that investment? I think it's a very good investment at the start of Sector 2. When you have your level 2 shields, that is. Very important to add that. Why don't you have a chat bar on the screen, Jordy? I don't know. I mean, if you watch a YouTube video, it's not about the whole thing, the whole Twitch community thing. You're actually watching it for the game. And that's what I want to keep it contained to. Jordy, Chris says, Jordy, okay, so when the other ship has a burst into a glaive beam, you have to announce it in that voice. Yeah, the Lido does 1 damage. I know, Chris, you are a fan of the SRA, right? I'm thinking about what I would do with this, with these scraps. If I were not to buy that scrap recovery arm, I would actually improve the artillery, and that is one thing I want to do. Alright, so let's just prepare and leave this SRA behind. I'm let's jump on. So the exit beacon is well placed, good connected. Well connected, let's jump on. Ikebot says always get the SRA. I know what you guys are aiming at, and the SRA pays off later on, but we need our power creep early on. SRA is a high score. Oh, that's true. That's true. Board the station, look for survivors. That is a chance at losing crew here. But there's also a chance at gaining crew. Scrap some debris here. I will just take the scraps. The next level of artillery will take 50, I guess? Yes. So we are close. We also have to power it though, so we have to take that into account as well. Yes! I will escort you home for 3 fuel. Sure. And here, that actually... Okay. Only takes 2 jumps. And they gave us 3. But I don't want to end there early. Chris said, Ikebots, actually no, SRA scrap don't count towards the score. You guys are pros. You know your FTL. Strange bug, can you assist in debugging? Listen to their problem. Found malfunctioning mantis. Juan, you actually found a use for... we found a use for you, Juan. What do you say about that? So, human crew, send your human crew member to communicate with the mantis. And the mantis won't actually be terrified by that monstrosity if it is a mantis. So the mantis is grateful to see another human and introduce himself as Robert Smith. He explains he's from a nearby human colony and would appreciate being returned there. Return him home. Offer him a position on your ship. There you go. We have now officially... we officially became mantis. Awesome. We put them on shields. So if you want to join the SS Be Malicious, speak up in chat and the mantis Robert Smith shall be named after you. Hello Narvistus, thank you for joining us tonight. How's it going? Chris says you make it sound like Juan Valles was useless, otherwise that's mean. Come on, we all know Juan, right? We all know how he is. Spurious speaks up. Money wants it to be named Mako. But Spurious was first in saying that they want to join, and if people in chat want to join the crew, I usually follow that. Crest. Okay, there is another store and the crest, so don't forget about that. Can we make that long route down here? Maybe. Let's do it. By the time you notice the rebel ship behind the beacon, it's too late to avoid the fight. How big is a beacon? That a ship can hide behind it. Oh, look at this. We have an anti-combat one that's not interesting. But that hacking, where's that hacking going? Oh, into engines. And this is a double laser? If it is, then we are in... No, it's not. Okay, cool. They can't hurt us. Excellent. Actually, we could train on this a little bit, but that will take a long while. Because this only counts for 1 experience. The beam doesn't give any experience whatsoever to any of these guys on the stations. Stixer will actually won't earn any experience from this because he is, you know, taken out by the hacking, so to speak. You can see his little keyboard. We have some lightning on it, some sparkling. So he's actually not on his keyboard. What? They have level 2 piloting and they are gone. No. I'll jump first. Yeah, Navistus, you asked earlier which ship of the Phalos this was, B or C? And yes, it's the B, and the C was the one with the bad flag. Indeed, you got that right, Navistus. Yeah, Navistus, we are actually working our way back from the C to the B to the A. Yeah, I should have charged the leader there. That's the moment I saw that they were charging up the engines. But it was a very short and very brief phase of charging up the engines. It's almost unfair, I want to say. So I don't know if the leader would actually help. Board the station, you send a raid to investigate, but there's nothing safe for the acidic stench of burnt engine parts. This place is dead. Ooh, acidic stench of burnt engine parts. I don't want to know how that smells. Okay, this is empty. Do we actually... Can we get to the crest? I doubt we can get to the crest. Attempt to help the ships by prying them apart. Oh no, I don't have an NG on board. Well, I'll still do it. To your surprise, one of the NG vessels attacks. One ship detaches itself, surprisingly still quite whole, and opens fire. It looks like it somehow identified you as hostile. Well, don't get in between engine ship males and their mates. Alright. Bring that down. Oh, I missed. I can relax a little bit because yes, the ships could hurt me, but I am ahead here at the moment in the weapons game. Hello EK, thank you for joining us again. How's it going? Oh, that artillery was pretty bad. Was it like swiping over the hole in the middle? Whoa! Did you see that? We brought down that one defense drone there. And Chris, why shouldn't I go there? You get no scraps from prying them apart. Of course hell, look at this! Of course I'm getting scraps here. Okay, one more damage, come on. Don't make it so that I'm now getting damage here. Aha, the artillery had to do it. The lasers were just incapable of doing it. With the ship destroyed, the remaining engine ship hails you, frantically explains the situation to you. Apparently, you interrupted the equivalent of a consolidation of two ships that were using each other's parts to construct a new vessel. The engines were not truly hostile, their targeting computers had not finished adjusting. There's nothing to be done about it. You leave the remains for the survived ship. Chris, you were actually correct. Aw, I just got a fight without rewards. That's dumb. Alright, alright. We can't even get to the crest. Or the store, because even if we get to the store, we can't... Well, we could go here, but then the exit would be... No, actually, both of these locations are out of the quest, unfortunately. Yes, Chris, the X, you were correct. Dark side point gains. Hey, yeah. No, that is not dark sidey. That was an unfortunate misunderstanding. Oh, look, free stuff. I'll take that. And that means... You know what that means? Actually, I could have made it to the store at least, but I don't want to go to the store actually. What I want is one level 3 artillery. There you go. That's what I want. And the next thing I want is power. More power! Alright, there must have been rich pickings for pirates around here up until the war broke out. The pirate you encounter here looks worn down but hungry. You'll have to fight. Let's fight then. Okay, they can't hurt us. Wonderful. That soundtrack is so good. Unfortunate dark side points, Jordy, says Original. Maybe. quite clunky of a title, don't you think, Ovinal? Could you see that in a video game in your character sheet? Light side points, dark side points, unfortunate dark side points. There comes an offer of 10 scraps. Meh. Let's see where that goes, where this fight goes, shall we? How the heck do you pry two ships apart? That was just furious. Well, you have a special soft point on your ship, on the hull, where you can attach a ship-sized crowbar, you know? Easy as that. Man, they are repairing their shields frantically. And don't get to repair anything else, it seems. Okay, their evasion is back, but it's too late. That didn't even need the artillery beam. Alright, 17 scraps, a drone part, and 2 missiles. Wonderful. Let's buy some energy and RJ, and now artillery beam shoots every 30 seconds. That can still affect a fight or an encounter twice instead of just once. That's already good, but what we really want is level 4 in this, right? But before we go there, first go into level 3 engines and level 3 shields, I feel. Okay, onto the exit. Yeah, space crowbar, there you go, Chris said it already. Jordy Freeman, yes, original. You mean a hard point? The soft point would be rather flimsy, Jordy. It's curious, I called it soft point because the hard points are for the big and real weapons, right? Chris says when Jordy is talking about special soft points, he's referring to the tip of his funnel-shaped ship. Oh god, but did I click here? Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. Short-range scanners may discover useful materials while we wait for the FTL to recharge. Explore the asteroid field! Yay! No negative outcome. Instead, we got 17 scraps. Look at that. What do we have? Let's first check out the next sector. NG homeworlds or the rebel controlled? Ah, usually you want the NG homeworlds, right? Well, I leave that decision for the next YouTube video though.